some, give me some, give me some, give me some, give me some. Hey! Hello! Hello! That was awesome. Woo! Is it too late now to say sorry? That was good. Oh, hello. That was a good remix.
Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm a little sick, so pardon my mamish voice.
Hey everybody, welcome to our Thursday evening space with Morella and Julia and Anything Goes. As you can see, we are solo tonight. So we're doing hashtag Girl Talks as we usually do when it's just the two of us. We did have a special guest, but due to some scheduling conflicts, because Anything Goes on Thursday night, hopefully he will be joining us next Thursday, but that's okay because tonight's theme, amongst everything else we talk about, is forgiveness. Forgiveness
is more than saying sorry.
My lovely co-host over here has been battling some, I don't know, laryngitis the last couple of days.
It's a real thing.
It is a real thing. So maybe no singing tonight, but nonetheless, we're going to be talking about forgiveness amongst family, friends, and oh yes, lovers. So it's going to be pretty good. And hopefully you will join us with the conversation. And yeah, so what are you thinking about this weather, finally?
Well, I have my shades on. I have my romper on. I got the shoulders showing. I have, you know, summer.
Summer.
No, everything.
Finally.
I'm actually I'm actually very happy, but like, how long is it gonna last?
I hope it lasts till
Let's be
at least
real.
September, maybe October.
I hope it just.
I hope so.
Guys, we're still pale, okay? It's the middle of, almost the end of May.
It's okay, give it a week, you'll be nice and bronzed, like you usually are, right?
I can't wait.
I know. So, guys, we want to know what's been going on with you and how your week has been going. Well, it was the long holiday weekend. We want to know what you guys got up to. We want to know how it was. We want to know what shenanigans you've been dealing with this week. Let's do our usual week in review.
What was sharing? So I say you go first.
Absolutely. Oh, okay. Well, mine was interesting as usual, but you know what? Every week I always talk about how emotional it was, how emotionally draining it was, how exhausting it was, how dramatic it was. And I must say that this week I made a conscious effort not to deal with any of that. And as I was talking to my friend Gloria, and I hope Gloria is watching this evening, we were just talking about this today, we have choices. We have choices about how much or how little we want to have enter our space and our good positive vibes. And so this week I made a conscious choice to just, you know, think about myself, take some me time, get away, enjoy some time to just, you know, do what I do and love what I do. And it was nice, you know. Long weekend was great. Got to spend some time with family and some friends. And of course, we did the usual dancing at our usual dance.
Blue suede shoes, Mississauga's best kept secret.
That was good. Shout out to Tommy and the crew. Hope you guys are watching. Looking forward to seeing you guys this weekend. So yeah, so that was all. What?
Hold on.
Say it one more time. Okay, one more time.
Okay, ready? Blue suede shoes, Mississauga's best kept secret. You're in the mix with. I'm sorry.
That was good. Okay, and again, shout out to Tommy and the crew. Hope you guys are doing great. So yeah, so it was good. You know, we got to connect with some our usual friends, and it was awesome. But you know what? I really loved the fact. Honestly, I have to go back to just. I really experienced some peace and tranquility this week. And how long have we been doing the show? And when have you ever heard me say that?
Never.
Right?
Never.
No, but it's been good.
Wow. Do you want to talk about it even more, Morella?
Maybe throughout the course of the evening show. Maybe. No, because you know what? I've just decided that life is too short. And even though I've always known that, I'm sort of done with dealing with things that are outside of my control and done with dealing with things that, you know, aren't going to get any better or any worse. And so we have choices, and I made a choice this week. So I thought that That was pretty good.
I'm very happy to hear that.
Thank you, Julia. So how about you? What's been going on with you?
My week was good, other than getting sick.
Oh, I know.
Yay.
No singing tonight?
Um,
No singing tonight?
no, unless you guys are interested in hearing, like, you know, the sounds of broken glass and hell. Well, then that's me.
But
You're
you know
for a
what?
treat.
Even with a sore throat, though, you're always able to belt out some tunes. Or maybe not. Okay. Well, we'll see. We'll see. You gonna sing me happy birthday in a couple weeks?
Yes.
You'll be better by then.
Yes. She's turning 20, guys.
I know. How do I look?
She's finally going into her 20s. She's growing up so fast.
Oh, early birthday music. Awesome. Okay. Oh. Happy birthday.
What the hell is that?
That's our
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, shout out and
Joseph.
applause for Frequency 5FM and our production team and Joseph. Everybody want to...
It's Joseph's birthday, everybody.
I'm sure it was
I'm
funny.
As you
So let's
walked
see
into
who's
a
on the
mall.
line. Let's see who's on the line. Let's see who's oh, Julia Scalise is
Yeah.
watching.
Who's that?
Doris is on. Hey Doris. She says good evening ladies. Hey Doris, how are you? How was your week this week? Let us know what you got up to. And Craig is watching. Craig.
Hello, it's me. Is what
Hi,
it said. Oh my
Craig.
god. Hello.
How's Peterborough? How's it going this week? Ramsey's watching. Hey Ramsey, how you doing? How's everything? How's your week? How was your long weekend? Do tell. He says, hey guys, how are you? Previn is watching. Previn, you are the celebrity. How you doing?
You
How's it
are
going?
the celebrity.
You are the celebrity. Let me know. Let us know how you are doing, and if you had a great week. I hope it was. We've also got. Craig says, hello, it's me, a big capital.
Is it me or
Frank
looking for-
Nastasi is watching. Frank, how are you? Thank you.
I need hair
Just
extensions
so, yeah,
for a
compliments
wedding.
of Frank Nastasi. Like, he did a fantastic job, as always.
I'm looking at you.
Sheila Good is watching. Sheila, lovely, how are you? How's it going? She says, hi, beauties. Ricky is watching. Hey, Ricky. One of our favorite security guards at Blue Suede. Just
He's
saying.
more than a security guard. He is the protector
The protector.
of, well, everything.
Everybody. Yes. Frank says, hey, how's it going? Okay, so what was going on this week?
So, I went to Ripley's Aquarium
Yes.
and I had a lovely evening, summer evening, with shout out to Ellie. Hi.
Hey,
How are
Ellie.
ya? How are you? Welcome. But yeah, we went to Ripley's Aquarium, went to Scatabush for some food and some drinks and stuff. Also, tidbit of advice, if you guys have never been to a Ripley's Aquarium, go probably in the morning on like a Monday when no one's there, so you're not rushed.
Was
And
it busy?
It was like, you know, like, it doesn't matter. It's just wherever you go in general. You know when you just like go somewhere, you're like, oh my god, okay, I want to see stuff, take my time.
Yeah.
No, instead you have, you know, I love kids, but the screaming of the kids, and when you see that dad chasing after their kid across like
Yes.
the thing, and you're like, oh my god, I better like. And anyways, so we went there. It was great. Went for a walk.
It was a nice night too.
Yes, it was very nice.
You had a good week. I don't
It
think
was
I've ever
good.
been to Ripley's. Have you guys been to Ripley's before? I don't actually
It's
think I've
fun.
ever been there.
Go to the Jellyfish Reef, guys. It's the best.
Jellyfish Reef. So that was good.
Little squishies.
So yeah, so you had a busy week.
Yeah, it's been, there's that, some work for
Yeah.
you.
For me, yeah, some work for me, yeah.
What else did I do? Oh, went for some ice cream with my sister. That was fun.
Yes.
Um,
And you've got you're in a wedding party.
yes, I'm in a wedding party. Shout out to the bride, Alana. I love you. God bless. And shout out to the groom, Billy. Awesome person. God bless. And to the wedding party, of course.
Of
You guys
course.
know who you are. I don't have time for this.
So the wedding is coming up already. Like it seems
Yes.
like yesterday when I remember them getting engaged and then all of a sudden talk about the wedding. That's pretty crazy. It's already
Guys,
here.
she's my first friend to get married. This is a big step, and I feel like I need to hurry the F up to get.
Do you think so?
I'm like, oh my god, like, she got a house, she got this. I'm still in school. Like, what am I doing?
But you know what? Okay, this is Okay, I want to talk about this for a second. Just listen to what you just said there. About now you feel like you have to hurry up and like there's a timeline to get
Just a little
married.
bit, not too much.
Okay, no, but you know what? There are some people that sometimes look at other people and just say, oh, you know what? They're married, they've already bought a house, they've already had kids, you know, they're 26, they're 28, here I am at whatever age, I've got to hurry up. Do you feel like you have to because it's kind of like the timeline of what society dictates, or do you feel like that's what you want? And if it's what you want,
It's not what I want.
do you feel like maybe you should just take your time and when it happens, it happens?
I'm taking my time. The only thing that I'm going to be getting is a dog.
Yes, you've been
Just
saying
a
this.
dog. That's all.
What do
I
you
want.
guys think? Do you guys think that society puts too much pressure on timelines to get to a certain benchmark, a certain timeline, a certain, I need to be at this age to be married, this age to buy a house, this age to have kids, or are you guys just doing your own thing and, you know, hopefully when the time is right and when it happens, it happens? Because I think that there's so much pressure. There's so much pressure, and then when a certain age comes and goes, it's like, okay, I've missed the mark.
Yeah.
And I don't feel like anyone's missed the mark. I feel like when it's time, it's gonna happen. Like fireworks. That's what I think. What do you think?
That's what I think.
So Frank says, message me when you need Julia.
Yeah, because you know.
Preeti,
Need it.
hey Preeti, she's watching. How are you? She was one of our
Hello.
guests last week. It was awesome. How's it going? I'm hopefully this week you've had a less emotional week than you did last week. Brandon's watching. Hey Brandon, how are you? Craig says yes.
Yeah,
And his
shout
Craig
out
voice.
because he's in the wedding party.
Oh
Shout
yeah,
out to you, Craig.
exactly. So we are, yeah. So what do you think? Do you think that, like, did you have a certain timeline where you were like, look,
I've actually now come to the realization and even more appreciation of what my grandparents, your parents, have been saying. Wait until you're done school and get a job. That like you know, after you graduate and all that stuff. I'm like, now I'm at that point where it's like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do because I ain't ready for that kind of stuff. I think a lot of millennials nowadays can actually agree with me with that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but that's how it is.
not ready. Too
Yeah.
much responsibility.
There's so much pressure. You know, the housing market's gone up.
Where's
what
the
else?
checkbook?
Yeah, like Craig, we're moving in together because that's the only option. But yeah, like no, I'm like now people are just. It's just hard,
Yeah,
I guess.
yeah, it is.
It's alright. If I was born in the 60s, well, that's a different story. You'd see like my 3 kids somewhere.
You know, it's
Dogs.
yeah, but it's funny. Like my time, things were so different. Like things were so different. Now I feel like people are committing less, not because they don't want to, but because the divorce rate is so high, and because people are not financially ready, and there's like so much going on there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's okay. Take your time. You
I'm
got
in no
lots-
rush.
You're in no rush. Live life, love life, enjoy, right? So, okay, we had some no thanks moments this week.
I mean, I didn't write them down
No.
because there was just so many. So we need you to share them right now.
Yeah.
What are your pet peeves? What are your pet peeves in the workplace, if you've got any? What are your pet peeves with, well, anything in general?
Okay, well, I have one, maybe a couple.
Actually, there was one that you said the other day.
Do you remember what
You were
it was?
she was very agitated about something. I think it was about
It was
someone driving.
it was last week. It was late last week, and
Or at the drive-through.
at the drive-thru, there was something going on at the drive-thru for sure.
Oh yeah, when they hand you the money and the change.
Oh yeah. So you know when you're at the drive-thru or you are just even at the cash, and what ends up happening is they hand you the bills. I know these are champagne problems, but we are doing a no thanks moment. So they hand you the bills, and they hand you the change on top of the bills, but then they're also handing you the coffee. And you're trying to handle the change on top of the bills and the coffee, and you're trying to put your debit card away or whatever, like, you know, you're doing. And it's like, really? Why can't they just give you the change, then the bills? But it always happens, and then I'm getting flustered and I lose money, and there's money all over the car. So again, champagne problems, but...
You know that situation where it's like, I thought I had $20 in here. Yeah, that $20 fell.
No, but
That's
it's
what
true.
happened.
And then there was another one where I had my signal on. There's always a driving road no thanks in here. So I was driving, and I had my signal on for a good 10 seconds, 15 seconds. It's not like, and I was gonna go because there was space, and then the car in the next lane decides to speed up and not give me a chance.
No, the best is when they stay in your blind spot and you can't go anywhere.
That too. No thanks. Like, what is that about?
I'm sorry.
No, what is that about? Like, I can't. So anyway, that was a no thanks moment.
Frank says when it's too hot at work, no thanks. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah.
I remember when I was, especially because you're in a hair salon, right? So it's like,
You know what? And so I went to see Frank, and we were having this discussion.
Extra hairspray because my hair's like this.
When it's too hot, it's too hot. It's uncomfortable. Absolutely, Frank. Totally with you. Helen Zanitas is watching. Hey, Helen. Thank you so much for tuning in. Preeti says, pet peeve. People who drive at 60 kilometers when everyone is doing 100 kilometers on the highway. People who don't signal.
Yeah,
exactly.
Annoying.
What is that?
You should see me. Like, I'm like driving. I'm like, move your tin can. Let's go. Let's go. And the guy, I'm looking at him in the mirror, and I'm just giving him this look, and I know he can see me, and all you see is that. That's all you see.
It's so true.
In the mirror.
It's so true. I don't even see your screen moving. Is it?
It's moving. No, it just does not.
It's going.
So Craig says, rude customers, OMG. And this is all in caps. Like, don't come complaining to me because you're wanting a new phone, but you also can't pay your hydro bill. Hashtag no effing thing. F ****, thanks.
Because they want a deal. Probably, right?
Yeah, like, listen, I want the new iPhone X. I know it's $2,000. But if you get this bus pass, just take the bus pass. It's just a friendly
Yeah,
thing.
no kidding.
Or they try to give you an incentive to give them a deal on it. You're like, yeah, like, the other day, like, I got my hydro bill. And it was just so much. But I know the phone's $2,000. But, like, I'm so sad. Like, they hit you with the sad story.
I know.
I'm just like, yeah, listen, I just work here. Like,
so this is off topic, but are the Raptors playing tonight? Are we competing with the Raptors tonight?
Are the Raptors playing
I don't even
tonight?
know. I know that they've tried the series 2-2. Go Raptors, go.
Let's go Raptors.
Just curious. Frank says, haha. And Preeti says, LOL. Yeah, exactly. Like,
no,
absolutely. No, they're not. Okay. So, guys, we wanted to talk a little bit about, the last few weeks, every week, we talk about all kinds of different things, similar things. We get into a lot of different topics with our guests and stuff like this. And the last few weeks, we've been talking about a lot of things to do with destructive relationships and negative situations, walking away, when to walk away, why people don't walk away. And we've also been talking about a very hot topic, which is the dynamics between men and women who are friends, and if men and women can actually stay friends. And it's been very interesting because every week when we do the show, our guests have a lot of different perspectives and experiences, of course, and we have our own share of experiences, of course, and then people that are, typing in their comments are sharing experiences as well. And then the other thing too is that after the show is over the course of the week, when people start to see the replays of the show, they are also dialing in with their comments and sharing their experiences. And you know what, Julia? There's a lot of this going on. Like, there's a lot of people experiencing a lot of this stuff. Like, it's not just...
A lot of this stuff.
Yeah. A lot of this stuff.
A lot of this stuff.
What are you trying to say?
A lot of this stuff.
A lot of this stuff. No, but it's true. And so we obviously want to continue talking about it. And so before we get into the sort of the overall theme of forgiveness, because that's a big one as well. Julie, anything you'd like to share in terms of, anything that's going on with friends or dynamics or various, friendships that you've had that have either like gone by the wayside, have come back into your life, that didn't end so well, that are okay, like anything you want to talk about in that regard?
Yes. Thought you would never ask. Seriously. So for those who've seen my Instagram story on Victoria Day Long Weekend, and the people who have actually who know this person that I haven't been friends with will understand what I'm talking about.
Right.
They were probably like, Julia, like, is this Photoshop? Like, what the hell? Like, you haven't spoken to this person in like 3 years, in like 2 years. So there's a lot of like conflict.
Yes.
So 2 years ago, I met this person back in 2016. Yeah, in 2016, and we began to be like dance partners. We became friends and stuff, and then there was like feelings there, but like once it was placed on the table, being like, okay, so we can be on the same page. I'm like, okay, good. So we're just friends, blah blah blah. All right, no problem. So then after that, it kind of just we just went downhill. So we had a very, very great relationship, great friendship. There was a lot of laughs.
Yeah.
There was a lot of good times. Like, even when we weren't talking, I was like, yeah, I remember this time. It was fun. Like, I missed that time, but too bad, like, this thing happened and whatever. So, since we stopped being friends and anything else, I was on that.
Right, yeah.
It's been maybe about almost 3 years, but 2 years. 2 years
For sure, 2, yeah.
And Victoria Day long weekend, like, I remember I was like, one day I was saying, I'm like, like, I'm 24 now. Yeah, sure, I'm 24, but it's like, I'm 24 now. I don't want any more bad blood. I don't want any awkwardness. I don't necessarily, I know it took 2 years, but like, it needed to have that long of a period in order to get where we are now.
And sorry to interrupt, hold that thought. That also speaks into our theme of forgiveness amongst family, friends, and lovers, because one of my dear friends, Elizabeth Mencher, I hope she's watching tonight. She's absolutely awesome. I adore her. She commented on one of my posts about this, where she said that she forgave someone after 17 years. And she said that forgiveness and is not as easy as it sounds, or that people think it is and make it out to be, because there's a lot of letting go. There's a lot of moving on. So letting go is hard already, and then moving on is equally hard, right? But she did it. So when I hear your story, Julia, not only are there the dynamics of the friendship that are at play, but then because it didn't end well and the friendship ended, there's also a level of forgiveness that you had to I kind of had to swallow my pride, but whatever. Yeah, but there's a level of forgiveness in order to let go of that, the bad and the negativity, to make the good kind of come back up to the surface. Yeah, so for those who are wondering what happened, so some of you know what happened, so I'm not going to get into the details. Well, some may not, but some may not, but basically, long story short, I was disrespected, treated like an object, what else? Well, I mean, that pretty sums up. Well, you were unhappy with it but you know what? It just got complicated to the point where it got complicated. Like, I was on the same page, and then this person kind of went against it and was like, I almost feel like he self-sabotaged it on purpose. Yes, that's what I feel. This person self-sabotaged on purpose, and I'm like, well, I mean, you did tell me that we can't go anything further than friends, of course. And then he became that person where it's like, but I want to be friends and stuff. I want to be more than that. I'm like, well, obviously it's not gonna happen because my feelings. Anyways. So 2 years. So 2 years go by. 2 years go by, and I'm just like, I go up to him. I honestly, a lot of people just be like, oh, I have a lot of hard time just going up to someone. They just leave it. They never talk to that person again. But this person, I don't know, had like a place in my heart where I was like, okay, you know what? Let's try to fix this. So one day, I'm not gonna even should I even give it away? Like, on the weekend when we went out, and we make eye contact, and he's like, come here, and I'm like, okay, let me just take like a shot first. You should have seen your face. I was a little lost because like, whatever. So anyways, I go up to him. He's like, listen. He's like, whatever. And I'm like, listen, whatever is going through your head, don't even worry about it. I told him, I'm like, I miss our friendship. I have no problem just admitting that. I'm like, I miss our friendship, just meet friends, good vibes. And then we both kind of like hashed it out. And now everything is. And your dance partners forgiven. Again. Yeah. And yeah. Yeah. Right, and you don't know until you try, right? So let me ask you a question. How did it feel? Did it feel liberating? Did it feel like bygones are bygones? Did it feel like, okay, this is done, let's just move forward? those feelings of resentment and hostility that you were harboring for 2 years, all gone, right?
Yeah, pretty much. Because I feel like I got my friend back.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
it was a part of my life for like a good chunk.
Yeah.
You know, like it was.
Yeah.
I mean, sure. You know, they say like you don't know. Friendship isn't defined by how long you've known them. It's what they've done for you in that matter of time that you've known each other.
Well, absolutely. So I saw this quote and I posted it. I thought it was great. Friendship is not, I'm paraphrasing, but friendship is not how long you've known the person. It's how they've shown up, said that I'm here for you, and proved it.
Yeah. So
Right?
it's like, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
sure. I've known this person only what, like 5 years.
That's a long time. Still a long time.
Yeah. So I'm like, this
Yeah.
person made an impact to me, and I was like, listen.
And you know,
Friends?
and you know what? And you know what? So the same evening, he came up to me, the same boy that Julia's talking about, and he came up to me and he gave me a hug and he said that he recognized and acknowledged that Julia was someone that was very important to him and that they shared some very special times together and they had some very special history and that he respected her and that he was glad that they cleared the air and that they were friends
Because there was
again.
like a lot of tension where it was
Yeah,
like,
it was a lot
oh
of
my
tension.
god.
I know.
You go to the same place and then like you feel the eyes
every weekend.
and you're like, like if he's not gonna come up and say hi, so I might as well do something.
Yeah,
say something.
I know.
Like
But I have to tell you, and I'm biased when I say this, so Julia's like the best dancer in the club. I always say this. And he's really good Latin salsa dancing. So when the two of them get together, I feel like I'm watching Dancing with the Stars. And it's really awesome to see. But there's such a connection there. And they have such great chemistry. It's undeniable. And I'm really, really glad that you guys came back together as friends. And you know what? In order for that to happen, there had to be some forgiveness, or a lot of forgiveness, I guess.
I forgave him after what happened.
Yeah.
And you know what?
Yeah. Good for you. You've matured.
Yeah, that's what he said. He's like, oh, that means you're growing up. I'm like, I have a gray hair. Let's not talk about it.
So
The minute I saw 2 gray hairs, which by the way, Frank, they need to be dyed. 2 gray hairs, I was like, yeah, I'm trying to mature myself.
Right.
Like, whatever.
So I have a story or two as well. But before we get into that, hang on. Thank you, Julia, for sharing that. Shireen is watching. Hey, Shireen, how are you? One of our special guests last week. I hope you're doing well. I feel like I haven't talked to you in forever, and yet we're always in each other's circles and communities. James Casco is watching. James, how are you?
What's up, James?
I don't know if you can see, well, now it's like me and Julia, but up here is your lovely logo displayed beautifully. Guys, we mentioned James last week, and he works in the real estate space. So if you guys are looking to buy a place, are looking to sell a place, are looking to invest in a place, James is your guy. You need to check him out. He is on LinkedIn. He is on Instagram. Again, I go on record. We both go on record saying he's got an awesome Instagram page. And he really takes pride in what he does and wants to help people. So make sure that you connect with him.
Is it safe to say he's like the Gucci and Prada of like the real estate? You know?
I don't know if I
is.
want to give him that yet. Just joking.
I am. This is why I'm his favorite. Okay.
Okay. Yes, Julia's his favorite. All right. Shireen says, "Hi, you're complete. Woohoo!" And then Ramsey says, "It's best to be the bigger person." You know what?
Yes, Ramsey. You
That's-
were there.
yeah,
So
Ramsey-
you know who I'm talking
So
about.
wise beyond your years, for sure. Shireen says we
Yes.
could have come for part 3 and 4. You know what? You could have, and we are going to continue the series over the summer. So I'm not saying you're not
What's
coming
better
back.
than a summer love episode? You know what I mean?
Summer love episode. You
The
know
minute
what?
that winter hits, it's like everybody goes into hibernation and they
No.
like forget what happened in the summer.
I want a summer love. I want a summer love, but I say that as in seasonal. Just a summer love, and then in the fall, like okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a single one. I'm just joking.
Okay.
I
Thank
I
you.
could actually do like kind of a man voice with a sore throat.
Who else is
Ladies
looking
and
for
gentlemen.
summer love or not? Because you just want it. But you know what? Okay, here's another thing. Do you know that a lot, I was reading about this, and I also know from a few friends, do you know that a lot of people actually break up before the summer so that they can be single over the summer?
Yes, I've heard a lot of stories.
But then there are
From
people
people.
that are single and then are looking for summer love to be together with someone over the summer. It is the most random thing. Do you want to be, if you had a choice, free or with someone over the summer?
I mean, who's available?
Who's available? Well, you've been doing a lot of forgiving lately, so.
I'm just like,
yeah.
well, it is what it is.
It is.
I hate that.
It is what it is.
To each their own.
So James says, thank you. You're welcome, James, even though Julia's your favorite. It's okay. I understand.
I'm
She called you Gucci Prada of real estate. That's
huge.
huge.
Realistic out of my sister and my mother. Let's be honest.
I'm more of a hard ass. He knows that.
Anyways, moving on.
Okay, moving on. Shireen says, LOL.
Oh.
She says, in the fall, fall apart. Right. So the summer is all like blooming, and in the fall, we all fall apart. And then in the winter, we're like, being depressed and all. That's so sad.
Ramsey says, Sarah's his sister, by the way. Sarah said she wants a summer love.
Sarah, we're gonna do our
one.
best. Yeah, we're gonna do our best. Some of those hot bartenders, just saying.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink. No, but it's true, right? No, but you know what? We always talk about this. I think it finds you when you least expect it. Yeah, I think so too. I'm just saying. So, okay, so I have a story, but I want to get more into forgiveness. And guys, please feel free to share if you would like or not, and share after the show. We always like to share. We never mention people's names after the show, and we're talking about it in future episodes. But if you'd like to comment tonight, please do so. If there was ever a time or times where you've had to forgive and it was very difficult, whether it be family or friends or a past relationship. So I've mentioned this particular situation in not even recent shows, maybe at the beginning when we were talking about dynamics and dating and things like this. And recently, this person came back into my life, but he's never actually left my life. He's always been in my life. We've known each other 7 or 8 years, which is a long time. 7 or 8 years is a long time in this day and age. And he and I were friends, and we had a really unique friendship. But he was one of those guys that was kind of like, let's get together, let's hang out, let's spend time, let's have life talks, let's have coffee, this and that, you're important, I care about you, and then would disappear for 3 months, and then come back into the fold, and then 6 months disappear, and then come back into the fold. And so the whole time that we were friends, he actually wasn't from what I know, from what he told me, he never really had any other serious relationships. I was a serious friendship. We'll just say that. Like, we were platonic friends.
Mm-hmm.
We were platonic friends.
Mm-hmm.
We were platonic friends
Mm-hmm.
for a while. So anyway, having said that, so the last 2 years, he isn't in a relationship. So he has a girlfriend, and he's in a relationship. And when he got into this relationship, he actually called me to tell me that he was now in this relationship. So I was like, okay, why are you telling me? That's great. I'm happy for you, right? And he says, well, I just want you to know. Great, no problem. But like Julia's story that she just mentioned, my dynamic with him was very up and down, because it was just so complicated. It became so complicated for no reason. Well, maybe there were reasons, but it became complicated. So what ended up happening was, and I've told him this, so it's nothing that I'm not sharing with you guys that I haven't told him if he's watching tonight, but for 7-8 years that I've known him, 7 or 8 months of it were really good. And the other time it was just up and down. It was so much dramatic.
It's safe to say that the honeymoon phase was, I don't believe in the honeymoon phase.
No, but it wasn't even good at the beginning. It was just over the course of 7 or 8 years. It was just this period of time over that time, So anyway, so he decided to tell me this, and then I said, good, you know what, focus on your relationship. This is awesome. I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. So recently he's come back in the fold, but remember, he's still in this relationship with this girl, and he's been calling me a lot more frequently. And he's been talking to me a lot more frequently, and as recent as today, okay? And where I'm going with this is that for the longest time, I harbored a lot of animosity towards him, because I felt like he was disrespectful in some ways and didn't treat me the way that he should have. And he took advantage of my kindness and my generosity, and that's just not cool, okay? So I got fed up. Yeah. And I was just like, we're done. Just as even friends, we're done. And I tend to do that, but I'm not going to apologize for that, because if it doesn't make me feel good and it's not positive, but I'm giving the best of myself to someone and they're just pushing me to no end, I have no choice, I feel. Anyway, so lately he's been calling me, and finally I said to him, like, why are you calling? Like, you're still in this relationship. Like, what do you want exactly,
I
right?
just wanted to say hi, check it. No, you didn't want to do that.
You know what? That's like, I want to say hi, I just want to check in, see how you're doing, what's been up with you, blah, blah, blah. I forgave him, I guess is what I'm saying. So he basically was like, look, I know I was really crappy and this and that. I'm really asking for your forgiveness. And you know what I said? I forgave you a long time ago. You're good. He's like, yeah, you forgave me, but we're not good because you don't want to talk to me. Because I wasn't taking his calls. I was very short with him and stuff. And I said, you know what? Because you don't just get an easy pass like that after how you behaved. And then he was saying, you know, I really, really learned a lot from you, and you taught me a lot, and you know, I'm a better person for it. And so I guess where I'm going is that I forgave him, although it took a while, but I feel like he's a better person for his relationship that he's in now, hopefully because of maybe some teachable moments that I was able to exert and kind of let him know that you don't treat people like this.
Mm-hmm.
So now I think we're okay. You know,
You think, or
no, we're okay. But then I said to him, even today, I said, listen, I said, so I hope we can still be friends, and you know, like there's no bad blood, it's all good. I want there to be no negativity, this, that, and the other. And then he goes on about how he can't just be friends with me, and I'm just like, well, okay, that's fine. Good luck. I don't know what that meant, but the point is that, you know, he's at least trying to make amends. But you see how they kind of keep creeping back in?
Yeah, we usually do that.
They usually do
I
that.
can relate. Yeah, that's my favorite. When you're friend, like this person I was friends
my
with.
favorite.
It's my favorite. Like this person I was friends with at the beginning. Like this was a long time ago, but it's like every time we would fight. Every single time, but about stupid stuff that didn't even make any sense.
Yeah.
Nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm like, does this look like the face that has time for this?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
It does not. Okay. And like, and I'm just trying to figure out like the root of the problem, right? Where it's like, why are we always fighting? Why are we always doing this? Why are we doing that? And then like we don't talk. If it's for a month, excuse me, I'm dying.
You're not.
I have a little like.
Yeah, you're gonna be okay.
I have a tickle in my throat.
Aww. Okay, just a moment.
Okay, so
You good?
I'm actually.
Have some water.
This is not mine.
Okay, one sip wine. There you go. Okay,
Continue.
go. Okay. So, as Julia was saying, I'm going to have to complete this story for her, okay? Is that, thank you, is that, I think what she's trying to say is that sometimes when there's difficulties in friendships and they're not defined,
I'm alive.
there's a lot of, okay, you're good. I was trying to be you. Okay. And it's not defined. There's a lot of frustrations, and there's a lot of not meeting of the minds and not being on the same page and not whatever. Things can get very dramatic very quickly, and nobody wants that, and nobody has time for it, as she said. But at the same time, it's like, what do you do? Do you keep the friendship going in the hopes that it changes, or do you drop the friendship? And I'm going to also say that there is a quote out there that I absolutely love, and the quote is, loyalty kept me in situations that common sense should have taken me out of. And I absolutely love that, because we're all loyal, we all care about people, we're all hoping for the best, but then at the same time, we know that it's not good, or we know that it's not great, or we know that this is BS, so what do we do? I've been struggling with this very thing as well. So,
Sure.
You good? How did I do? I didn't sound anything like you,
God,
but
I'm dying.
you're okay. You're okay.
Anyways. Okay.
Deep breath.
No, what I was saying was, yeah.
Did I even hit any of the key points?
Yeah,
here?
you did. At the beginning, it's like constant fighting, and then go, let's say, a month without talking, or several weeks or days or whatever. And the root of the problem was just because, he was frustrated. And he's like, he comes back to me, he's like, listen, he's like, I've just been frustrated because, he thinks, you know what the funny part about this? He thought he was friend-zoned.
What makes him think he was
He's
friend
like-
zoned?
He's like, I'm frustrated, we get into these fights, it's only because, whatever, let's just say that we liked each other.
So he didn't want to be friend zoned.
This is the time, right? We liked each other, hence why we got into these fights all the time.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Oh my god. And that's what happens, right? But
So then what ended up happening with that? Like,
we dated. But then we stayed friends because we were better as friends.
yeah. That's interesting though. Better as friends than dating. And that could happen too sometimes, right?
You don't know until you try, ladies and gentlemen.
You're doing pretty good. Yes. She's a trooper, you guys. So I've been in a situation as well. You know, actually more than one situation where, so. You
Sorry. I'm
I'm
dying.
gonna just take some water as well. Just a pause.
We need some like elevator music. While
We really
just
do. We
one
really do.
moment While we be back.
So guys, I don't know, for those who watched the beginning, we deliberately chose Justin Bieber's Sorry for our intro song tonight because we're talking about forgiveness and we're talking about, sometimes I feel that people have a hard time apologizing or saying sorry even when they want to. And it's not because they're trying to be stubborn about it, it's just that sometimes people don't know how to articulate the apology, right? And so in question, my friend of 7 or 8 years, after you're gonna go, yeah. You wanna take a break?
I'm good.
You sure?
I'm good. I'm good.
After 7 or 8 years of back and forth and this and that and whatever, you know, just recently he finally apologized to me and finally said sorry, and that's all I wanted. Like that's all I wanted, and we're good, you know. And at first I was getting so frustrated because I'm like, you know, I all I want is an apology. You're not giving that to me, so that's fine. But it's not because he was spiting me. It's because he didn't know how. He didn't know how to articulate it. And once I got it, but I had forgiven him already a long time ago, so it was good. I think it was good, you know. So I don't want to put you on the spot as you're like, so now I'm like, okay, so guys, let me go to the comments, okay? Ramsey says, Sarah said, oh, she wants a summer love. And then he says, her man, Justin. I think that's who,
Oh my god.
I think that's who we were mentioning too. Amelia Roman is watching. Hey, Emilio, how are you? Tony DeMarco's watching. Hey, Tony, how's it going? Yeah, so anyway, just very, very interesting. So this just came out of nowhere. Another situation that I was involved with about, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 months ago, where I had a friend of mine, and again, we had not a falling out, I guess you could say a falling out, but it had to do with a misunderstanding, and he misunderstood a lot of the stuff that was going down between us, and it was more of a work relationship than anything else. So you're eating sugar out of a bowl. Okay, that's freaking awesome. That's so awesome. I didn't know. That's good.
Oh,
I could have given you some what is it called? Those really sweet things that we buy at the movies. Okay, you continue. Anyway, so what I was saying is that it was kind of more work related, but we were friends, and there was a bit of a misunderstanding, and he misunderstood and took things out of context, and then started taking things very personally, and he just kind of disappeared from the scene for a while, and I didn't understand what was going on. And then when I finally said, like, hey, what's happening? And he told me, I said to him, you totally got the entire incident or situation way off base. It was totally wrong. When I had a chance to explain to him, I apologized for my part because I didn't even know what was going on. And then he apologized. But my point is, sometimes the littlest things can get so exacerbated, and it could really cost a friendship, or a working relationship or something. So anyway, we're good there too, but I tell you, things can go downhill very quickly.
So I'm trying to contain myself.
I know. Do you find that though? Do you think that things can get out of hand very quickly, and if you don't, you don't even know how it happened or what's going on?
Definitely not.
You know, how do you deal with that? Like, do you prefer to stay away from it, or do you things have happened and you're like, okay, what's just going on right now? What's happened? Do you prefer just go, look, I'm done here. This is too exhausting. Or do you try to
confront the situation and then go from there? I don't just walk away. I talk about it. That's what I do.
Does it matter how much the person means to you? Does that matter at all? Or do you just...
Even if the person, okay, if it's like my best friend, some person I just met, I'm still going to confront them.
Yeah.
Right away.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go a week and then confront it.
Yeah.
Because that's how many times I remember in high school, yes, high school, okay, one person gets into a fight, oh, this person slept with their boyfriend or whatever. We're in high school, guys. Come on.
Like, seriously.
Anyways.
Yeah.
Angel. I'm just joking. Anyways. So,
I remember you back in high school.
Yeah.
Good
I don't.
times.
Anyways, so, no, and every time there's a fight, oh, yeah, 2 weeks without talking, or 3 weeks, or this is not. Even currently, when there's an argument. I try to avoid arguments with people. I just don't know.
Yeah.
Like, I can take
What
criticism,
would
but
it
still,
take? Okay, I have to give a shout out to. Hold on a second.
I have to look someone in the eyes and be like, listen, punk, okay? You're a piece of...
Okay.
This is what you did.
Sorry,
That's it.
honey. Hold on. I know Ryan is watching. Ryan, how are you? Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. He's a huge Raptors fan. Emilio's hello, my friend, to Shireen. Yes, because they're friends, and Emilio joined our show last week, and Shireen was on our show. Sorry, sweetie, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was just going to ask you,
okay.
what constitutes you never forgiving someone ever? Ever?
Betrayal.
Yeah.
Someone betrays me, betrays my trust.
Yeah.
Especially coming if you know, as someone who struggles with mental health.
Yeah.
It's like, you're no good for me. Sorry.
Right. It's like a trigger, right?
Yeah, it's like if you're a trigger, then like, I'm sorry, but you have no part in my life.
Right.
Like, I'm sorry, you just make me, no, I can't. Like, someone who constantly puts you down, someone who doesn't support you, someone who doesn't help you grow as a person. Like, if you're always the one helping them grow, but they're not really, you know,
Yes.
giving back, it's more like, okay, well,
Yes.
if
So-
I'm only a therapist to you, if I'm a
Okay.
therapist to you, or if I'm just like someone who, like, I don't know,
That's very interesting.
I'm no pushover. Like, okay.
I want to hear what you guys have to say about that. So I think that there's been lots of times where I feel like I've been the therapist. And where do you draw the line between being a friend, being a lover, being a therapist?
Oh, I have a story for the therapist. You know who I'm talking about.
Do I know what you're talking about? Hold on, let me think about this. Who?
Remember?
Who?
Okay, I'll just get to it because you know what? We'll
Okay.
talk about it for a minute.
Okay.
So there was a person I was with, and this person, I actually have no problem just saying this live because I don't really care. Like, it must be. This person that I was with was having an affair with a married woman for 7 months.
Oh, yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And, like, let me tell you, it was more like a little fling. It wasn't anything serious where I was like, oh my god, my heart's broken. It was more because I was disrespected
Yeah.
and my time was wasted.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, how I found out is that the husband of this person reached out to me and said, yeah, hi, are you with this person, so-and-so, whatever. I'm like, pfft, I wouldn't really say with, but yeah, sure. And then he tells me all this stuff, sends the screenshots of the receipts, the tea, okay? They spilled the tea. And I remember how, it's funny how this one worked, because I ended up just being friends and, like, relating on a level of, like, you know, being hurt, being disrespected with the husband, right? Could care less about the wife or the dude that I was with. Like, it was just, like, whatever.
Yeah.
They're idiots. You just destroyed, like, a family, but okay. So, I became friends with this person, but every conversation now, it didn't matter about the friendship or anything. It was more for, he only reached out because he needed a therapist.
This is the husband.
Yeah, he needed advice from someone who's never been married. Like, it's kind of hard to give that
You
kind of
became
advice.
a full-time therapist, and you
But-
can tell everybody what your mother was advising you to do. I'm like, Julia, you are not a full-time therapist. You got to work
Yeah,
on
but I knew that
your
without
own
you telling
stuff.
me.
No, I know, but sometimes
But
you need a
anyways.
friendly reminder.
So, so I was like, to this person, I'm like, okay, listen up, punk. Okay? Like, you don't do, like, I'm asking you, like, just, like, you know, as a friend having a conversation about, oh, how's your day? How's this? How's that? Whatever, right? And he goes, oh, well, she's seeing this person. I'm dying again.
You okay? Okay, so how it went on is that he continually was messaging Julia looking for that
Advice.
support and advice about his marriage and this, that, and the other. But what I thought was really interesting is that when they decided to try and make it work. So he decided to give her another chance. And as soon as that happened, he, from what I understand,
He blocked me on
everybody.
everything.
Yeah. And
Because apparently I'm a threat. And
Yeah.
I'm just like,
right.
I'm just sitting here minding my own business. I'm like,
But tell them what happened afterwards, and he came out of the woodwork.
because I knew that this person was still seeing this
Because I
woman.
knew.
Okay, I already knew because I know everything. Even like know everything when it comes to that, to this person. Like if I'm involved, I will find out about it.
Yeah,
I will find
yeah.
out about something.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I know, but if I was, because I'm a good friend, I would have let him know. But I'm blocked, so that's not my business anymore.
Right.
Sorry.
Right.
Bye. That's your problem. I warned you once before. I haven't been married. I haven't been through a divorce before.
But out of the
But
blue-
I know the factors.
But out of the blue, did you not get a hi message from
I get
him?
a hi, like, hi, stranger. I'm like, excuse you, like.
Excuse you.
So I was like, okay. I'm like, what? I'm like, you have a lot of balls to like message me or whatever. And I basically just went on and been like, listen, I'm not your therapist. I'm not this. I'm not that. I'm like, whatever. Stop messaging me.
Right.
Your problems are your problems. They're not mine.
Good for you, because it had to be said, and it had to be said sooner as well.
Like, I grew up. Like, see you later.
And that was it, right?
Yeah, that was it. And that's it. Oh, you're so... then that one question. Oh, you're not chitty chatty. Guess you have a boyfriend. No, I have a life, and I'm moving on. Like I don't no.
And I felt like that
I don't wanna talk
entire
to you.
time was such a waste of time for you. It was a waste of time for you. Because he offered nothing into your life, and he was just sucking the soul out of you.
Let's be honest. The only real reason why I was talking to him because he had a husky, and I really wanted to see the dog.
That was why.
That's why.
That was why. So okay.
No shame.
So let me ask you this question then, since we're talking about forgiveness or lack thereof.
Forgiveness.
So the guy that you were flinging with, that was involved with the married woman, is he forgiven in your book?
Oh God, no.
I knew the answer.
I
That's why I
mean,
asked the question.
I don't know. Okay, how would you even put this at? I feel sorry for the guy.
Yeah.
Because, walks around, pretend he's something that he's not. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, well, I feel sorry for you.
Yeah.
I don't forgive you.
But you know
because
what?
You know what?
But you know what?
you-
You were the best version of yourself, you feel, right? You gave your friendship in the best manner, and they kind of treated it like a doormat.
Yeah, and then the minute I turn my back and I'm just, like, acting all sassy and, like, can I
Taking back your control?
Can I say... No, I can't say that. Can I say it?
No.
Okay,
Well,
so
you
a
could.
bench. I was a bench. I was acting like
You were
a
a
bench. Yes, BITCH. So that you guys know. So I was acting like that. They're like, "Oh, why are you acting like that?" I'm like, "Excuse me, like you treat me like crap when I'm nice, and you treat me like crap when I'm acting like this. What do you want from me? What do you freaking want?
But yeah. So,
Jesus!
but your life's been a lot better.
I
without all
am
that.
confusion. Just like whatever.
Are you good?
No, I'm just heavily sedated.
I
on
hope these
meds.
people are watching. So we got, hold on a sec. So Sandra is watching. Hey Sandra, how are you? Longtime friend, how you doing? Marisa's watching. How are you? Also a longtime friend. Thank you for tuning in. Marca is watching. Hey Marca, how are you? Hope to see you this weekend. Gloria, hey, she says, hey gorgeous ladies. She says, Julia, you look fabulous. And she does. And also Gloria, oh, and she says, Rella as always, but I love this look, Julia, over the hoodie. LOL. I mentioned
My hoodie last week, listen, okay,
that was priceless.
I didn't have to wear a bra. I didn't have to do that. The struggle is real, ladies and gentlemen. So when I don't need to do that, when I'm like clocked out for the girls, I'm clocked out.
This shows anything goes. You never know what we're gonna wear, what we're gonna do, what's happening.
Plus, last week was a very like if I I will admit I was very anxious last week.
Oh my god, I
I
was so anxious last
My
week too.
anxiety was up, like, it was way too much. I was
Yeah.
having a lot of problems, especially like after, like even a couple days after that.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm putting my hoodie on. I'm not putting any makeup on. Even today, like I'm just chilling. See you on Saturday.
That's a different story.
Yeah, Victoria's Secret isn't a secret anymore.
Gloria, we were talking about you earlier today. I mentioned how you and I were having this chat about forgiveness and how we were talking about making choices, and it's our choice to let certain entities, negative or positive, into our life. And Gloria and I always have these great life talks, and Gloria is not her responsibility, but one of her passions is this Girl Speak Your Truth movement, which is really awesome. She has these meetups once a month, and the next one is actually on a certain girl's birthday, June 7th, and I can't be there, unfortunately, but guys, if you want to go, I've been to the last two, and they're always so much fun, and a lot of great conversation, people that don't know each other, just getting around the table eating food that's not good for us, and just talking our truths, and just talking and supporting one another, so it's really great. And Gloria's going to be doing a bit of a cross-country journey where she's going to be documenting her travels and talking with different people and sharing their stories, and she wants to write a book, which I think is based on her own life stories and journey, and she was our guest as well last week. She's got a powerful story, like the stuff. Sometimes we think, wow, we've been through so much, and then I come across these lovely individuals, and I'm thinking to myself, yeah, I've been through what I think is a lot, but holy crap, considering all of this. So just puts things into perspective. So Gloria and I, even just today, we're talking about choices. And Gloria and guys, just to catch you up, we've been talking about, well, obviously a lot of different things, but we've been talking about the ongoing struggle between, people you care about, people you have to walk away from, destructive relationships. We're talking about our favorites amongst many, about friendships and men and women, and the dynamics between men and women. And then ultimately, we're kind of closing off the month with forgiveness, and not the art of forgiveness, but just choosing to forgive and letting go and moving on. And sometimes it's a lot easier than said and done, and it takes a lot of strength, and it takes a lot of maturity, and it takes a lot of personal growth to be able to forgive, right, and move on. So if you guys missed it, I hope you catch the replays, because Julia gave a couple of good examples that have happened to her. I've given one specific example, but there's a couple of other examples where, I could go on about this subject matter. One of the things I think that we can all agree on is that nobody wants to be disrespected. Nobody wants to be unappreciated. No one wants to be invalidated, right? No one wants to be undervalued, and no one wants to be treated as a doormat. And I think that one of the things I can honestly say that upsets me is me, when I'm giving the best and I care for people, and then I feel like it's not being reciprocated as in worthiness, right? And maybe it is, maybe it isn't, but that's how sometimes the lines get blurred, and then things get complicated, and it goes on from there, right? But one of the things that drives me crazy, we were talking about this earlier, is betrayal. Betrayal is the single biggest factor for a lot of things going down, and not in a good way. And people ask for forgiveness, and where do you draw the line? Because it's very difficult to forgive when you've been betrayed.
Exactly.
Right? What's the saying about it takes a lifetime to build trust and a second to lose it?
Yeah.
Right? So we've been talking about that. I want to get you guys' thoughts on it. I know most of you on the line, if not all of you.
On the line.
And
caller number 13
on the show
wins a trip to Punta Cana.
I want a trip to Punta Cana. We need to go.
Hi.
We haven't been in so long.
It's been a minute.
It's been too long. But share your experiences. Let us know what you guys think.
Sorry.
Yeah, go
This
for
is
it.
what Ryan says. Okay, sometimes the delivery of the message is just as important as the message when you have to confront someone who has wronged you.
Yeah.
I have found that to be vital when I have to address an issue, saves reputations, and can also ensure that you keep it respectful.
Yeah, so before you continue with the comments, Ryan, absolutely well articulated. I have a friend of mine who is likely watching this evening, and he'll know that this is about him because we've been often talking about this. So he and I have, I would say, a close friendship, and he has lately often challenged me and has said to me that it's not what I say, but how I say it. And I take it one step further, and I say, because it's not how I say it, but how it's received by him, okay? And in some cases, yes, I can come across as just, you know, when I have something to say and I feel like I'm not in agreement with something, or I feel like I've been backed in a corner or what have you. And so my reaction and my way of communicating is a result of how I've been sort of pushed into a corner and I'm reacting a certain way, right? So it can also be how someone is receiving the information. And then let's go back to the, you know, age-old debate about how texting is the worst way to communicate any kind of discussion about, you know, important conversations and issues, right? But I don't want to discount what that person has said, because they're not wrong. But at the same time, there are two sides to every story, there's three sides to every story, and there's a way to communicate. So I truly believe that if me and this person, or you know, me and another person, doesn't matter, are having more of a discussion, whether it be over the phone or in person, I think there would be less likelihood of misinterpretation of tone. I say this almost every episode. So I really think it's important. But thank you for that. That's an excellent comment.
He also says,
yeah.
Okay, I always say that forgiveness is not mine to withhold, because I never know when I am going to have to be in need of it. So if someone asks me for it, I make sure that I forgive, but with forgiveness, I am wary. However, no one should expect to be forgiven right away. Getting forgiveness is a process. Exactly. Oh my God. Right, a lot of people expect like us to hand out forgiveness like it's candy, like trick or treating. Like, I'm sorry, does this look like Halloween?
Yeah,
no,
that's
I'm
true.
not giving it out this year. Bye.
Excuse me, Ryan. Priceless commentary and sharing of thoughts. Thank you for that. And I don't know if you were on earlier. Hopefully you'll catch the replay. But Julia was talking about a very specific friendship of hers, and it was. I'm speaking for you, but it was a process, and it actually took you what, almost 2 years to let it go and move on and forgive, right?
Yeah. So, you know, I don't hold grudges, but like, it was one of those things where I couldn't let it go. But even like recently, there was somebody who slightly disrespected me, and like the next day, this person goes, "Oh, I hope she's not mad at me." Like, oh, she's not mad at me. I'm like, yeah, because it took me like 18 hours to forget about it. Like, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Sorry.
Exactly. Or
but
they're making excuses for their behavior.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's just like, I don't take excuses. It's more like, just, I'm going to tell you what you did, but if you can either say you did it or you didn't, but like, I'm going to tell you exactly what you did. And if I hear an excuse about it, well, oh, but I acted this way because, you know, I'm a... No, I'm sorry. You acted that way because, you know.
You acted that way. There's no, it's black, it's black and white in certain situations.
Yeah.
But then in some situations it's gray, right? But in that situation, I think it was pretty black and white.
I was like, you know, when something like that happens, I've developed this thing over the years where the amount of disrespect that's sent my way, I go and say, oh, you disrespect me? See you later.
Yeah.
Any type of feeling that I had, gone.
Immediately.
It's immediately gone. Like, it's like breaking crystal. Like, you want to try and glue that back together. It's not the same. It's not the same.
I gotta repeat that, you guys. Breaking crystal and putting it back together. It is not the same. That is an absolute amazing analogy, Julia. So true.
So, you know.
So true. And you are crystal, sweetie. Gloria says, we may not forgive, but we can certainly let go. You know what? That is really powerful, Gloria. And I know we've talked about this. How hard is it to let go? And at what point is there a benchmark that it becomes so damn easy? Like, let's be honest, right?
If you have to go go through your life and be like, I'm used to it, well, clearly there's a problem.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely, because it's unacceptable. But it's unacceptable. And Gloria also says you are spot on. So she definitely agrees with what we're always talking about.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is definitely an important subject, because you know what, I truly, and we're going to continue to explore this in future shows, but I truly feel that experiences, right, good or bad, and then the level of forgiveness that warrants based on the experiences, I think they have a lot to do with the way that we cultivate our future relationships and how they affect us or let them affect us, good or bad. I really believe it. What are your thoughts?
Enough said.
Enough said. Yes, enough said. I really believe that. I feel it. No, but I do. I just do. I don't know what that was.
I've never seen her do
I
that.
know, but it's true. I feel so passionate about this because it's definitely, look, as one who has self-sabotaged before and has openly admitted it because I wasn't ready to, acknowledge anything that might have been going on with certain friendships. What happens when you are no longer self-sabotaging and you are embracing and you're welcoming it, and then all of a sudden you find yourself dealing with the other person who's either self-sabotaging or just making it so hard for you to reach out and care for that person. It's really difficult. So then what ends up happening is, like you, Julia, you go through experiences and then you're like, is the next one going to be the same? Is the next one like this? Am I expecting this at this certain juncture? Whatever, I don't want to think about it. And then you close yourself off to love, or close yourself off to even just friendships with people with the opposite sex. So that's kind of sad as well, right? So we have to be very aware, don't you think? Self-awareness is really key. A lot of the ladies that we've had, and even men that we've had as guests, always talk about self-awareness, which is really, really important. We have to be self-aware, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I think so. How's your throat? How are you feeling?
I'm like trying not to cough, but like I'm dying on the inside.
I know,
like,
sweetie.
I just need to let that cough out.
So I'm trying to be your wingman.
I don't know. By the way, sorry to you guys, in case I broke your ears from my coughing before. I know.
I was trying to speak for Julia, and that was very interesting. Kind of put me on the spot, but I think
Am I one of those people who hates coughing in public? Like, actually, you know what? Here's my no thanks from earlier. Coughing in public. Especially if you're in a movie theater, you know when you have like that little,
I hate that
like, feeling right here, and you have to let out one of those very rough and very like aggravated coughs that like hurt in order to get that to stop coughing.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're in a movie theater, and you're like, oh my god, and you're.
And then when you're about to cough, that's when it's a silent moment in the movie.
It's
no action happening, no fireworks. No
I remember one time that happened, I scared the crap out of the guy behind me.
Yeah.
And he's like,
That's a good no thanks. Like, okay, see? Don't manifest your cough. Gloria says, oh wait, Ramsey, no, I'm good. Ramsey says, # Team Inspire from Sarah.
Oh yes,
Thank you.
Remember Team Inspire.
Gloria says, letting go for me goes with acceptance that I was wronged, but it is no reflection on me. We can talk about it, but I need to let it go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can talk about it, but you need to let it go. Because you know what? If not, it becomes an obsessive thing. And I know I'm guilty of it. Not often, but from time to time, I get crazy about things that I feel very passionate about, whether it be being wronged, or if I care about someone, or whatever the case may be. I get to that point where it's like, because I need answers. Like, I need to know why, I need to know how, I need to know what's going on.
That's when you just go up to the person, you'd be like, listen, punk, what's
sure.
up?
That's what I'm going to say.
What's going through your head? Don't give me lies. Tell me the truth, or forever hold your peace.
It's true. So I have done that from time to time as well, just out of the blue, random. Not over text either. It's an in-person conversation. Gloria says, I'm sorry about my typos. It's okay, Gloria. No
sorry
worries
about
at
my
all.
coughing. So, I mean.
So,
okay.
What time we got?
We have.
I only asked this because here we are talking about this really great series of discussion points.
10 minutes.
Okay, cool. What, already? What the heck? I thought it was still like 8:45. So guys, so I wanted to do a couple of shout outs anyway. Well, a few shout outs. One to all the lovely people that watch our show, that catch the replays, that support what we're doing, support this platform. We have a lot of things that are in store for summer.
Yes, we're going to actually...
Notwithstanding the summer love that we're both trying to, or maybe manifest.
I actually had this idea to have an episode, or even like just like a random clip somewhere on the internet, of course, because it needs to be documented.
Yes, of course.
Outside of the studio, where we do crazy things outside.
Yeah.
Like water balloon fight.
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't want to see that? Like,
We're gonna be doing
you have to answer like a question, like 2 truths and a lie, or never have I ever, or something. Like dating edition.
But
Never have I ever.
We're gonna pick random people on the street that we don't know.
No, or we're gonna bring some guests in.
Yeah, we're gonna bring some guests in too.
Okay, and we're gonna be like, never have I ever. Pretended like the waiter didn't bring the bill, so you didn't have to pay for it. So you let the other person grab it first.
Yeah, those are good. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and the water balloon
It's like,
fights are
you
getting
get your
good.
drink. You're like, yeah, in the bill, yeah, okay.
Or somebody's gone to the bathroom all of a sudden.
Yeah, I have to go to the bathroom. Really
So yeah, so I think
like
that's a
That'd
great
be
idea, Julia. So we want to do some like spot, live shots, and we want to get out in there in the community.
Very fun things.
Yeah, we want to do a few events as well. So more on that. And you know what? We just really appreciate the love and support, and we do really believe that this is an important platform for so many reasons. And we always talk about sharing our voice and staying true to ourselves, and that's what we do, And the other thing I want to do is give a shout out to Fearless Voices. John from Vaughan, John Rivero, and Sandra Persoto, they are the masterminds behind Fearless Voices. And this Monday night, they are doing their next event. It happens, they do them 4 times a year. It's going to be at Dave & Buster's in Vaughan. And we are so happy that Anything Goes is an official sponsor and partner of the event and the whole Fearless Voices mission, which is amazing. And the one thing we didn't do tonight, but we'll improvise. Where Julia and I are going to be there Monday night. It's always a great time. We've gone to a few, and we always leave totally super infused. And we also have 2 tickets, complimentary of John and Sandra and Fearless Voices to give away to the event. So if you guys are interested, you want to come out, let us know. We'll announce it tomorrow or Saturday when we do our recaps and stuff. And we'll make arrangements to get you the tickets. And it's always, like I said, a really, really great time. So shout out to them. Also, I want to give a shout out to Veronica, also known as Sassy, and she's on Instagram, she's on Facebook. I'm not sure if she's on LinkedIn, I think she is. And Veronica and I have been online friends, but then we met at a few of these speaking events. And tomorrow night, May 24th, she is doing a Showcase 2019. I think she does them monthly, but it's fantastic. There's spoken word folks, there's poets, there's comedians, there's artists, there's musicians, there's so many great people. Unfortunately, we're not able to go because we have prior commitment tomorrow night, but we definitely want to catch a future one. So please connect with her, go to these. I'll provide the link in the recaps, and if you can make it tomorrow night, go and support. And if you can't support a future event, they're always a really good time, just from all the pictures that I've seen and all the great people that come out for these things. So I really do want to mention that. And before we do our final thoughts, let's talk about what's happening in the coming week.
Well, before anything, Gloria says in caps, yes, exclamation point. What do I need to do for Fearless Voices?
Woohoo!
Thank you. I thought you would never ask.
What does she need to do? I was gonna say all you have to do is share a story.
That's what I was
but she's always sharing stories and speaking her truth. So Gloria, message us, let us know you're interested so we can keep track, okay? And I think we can set you up with a ticket nonetheless over and above the comp tickets, okay? We'd love to have you there. It's really a really fun time. The other thing I wanted to say is Maria Lepera is watching. Hi Maria, how are you? Thank you so much for tuning in. So what's going on? So we've got so tomorrow night I'm going to be having a really, really great dinner at this fantastic Italian restaurant that I'm going to be trying out for the first time.
What's it called?
I wish I could tell you. It's Capaccio or Capoccio or something like that. It's at Yonge and St. Clair, and I'm going to be meeting the lovely Victoria, Leanne, and Roxanne, and we are going to Miss Lena tomorrow evening, so definitely looking forward to that. And then there's also Con Sabor Fridays at Blue Suede's.
And Mississauga's best kept secret.
You do that so well. And then of course there's going to be lots going on the weekend. I gotta catch up on some work and some paper administration because I took some time for myself this week, and I'm telling you,
it's okay to take time for yourself.
I'm still on a high from it. I have to tell you, it was so amazing. I am so happy. I'm so happy. You have no idea. Can you tell? I know.
I can't. I'm just joking.
How about you? What's going on?
Well, I don't know.
Well, but you know
I want
what?
to get better, but
Yeah, but that's okay.
I definitely want to do dancing, of course.
Yeah.
Because why not?
Yeah.
And plus, I would like to try, like, you know, like the foodie life, guys, where you take pictures of new food that you've never eaten.
Yeah.
And stuff. Like, I want to try new places I've never been before.
Yeah.
So there's this Italian place in Yorkville. I'm not gonna say it because just in case. I'm
Okay.
gonna give it away, stalkers. I'm just joking. No, but there's an Italian place in Yorkville, which is gonna be really nice. I've never been, and I would like to go there. So we're gonna see.
Yeah, it'll be good.
Other
So,
than that, it's
so
relaxing.
next week we do have hopefully a special guest who is supposed to be here this evening. We won't mention the birthday boy, but anyway, hopefully he will be able to come out. We are going to continue our series. We're going to be talking about a lot of different things with respect to obviously relationships, but we're also going to be introducing a new discussion moving into summer, and that is how much emphasis is placed on weight and personality and just validation of one's sense of self and worth, that everyone's trying to work out and look good for the summer, and that's great. And I think that fitness and well-being is really wonderful, but there's also the stigma associated with a certain look and feel, especially if you're on social media, especially if you're on Instagram, especially if you are whatever. So we want to talk about that because I think it's an important subject matter. Okay, so Julia, you're signing off? Okay, yeah, keep going. Anyway, guys, do you wanna?
Bye.
Okay, guys, so listen, my final thought on behalf of both Julia and I. Julia, please feel better. I hope you do. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As usual, we're gonna do our watch party. We're gonna provide the links to the show. Bring suggestions on topics. You guys have been so supportive of everything that we've talked about so far. So if you got certain things you want to talk about, please do so. My final thought, I guess, in the context of what we were talking about tonight, I know you've been such a trooper, is this. I mention this every single show. Life is too short. And if you have had a falling out with a family member, with a friend, with a past relationship, with a current relationship, someone that you care for, whatever reason, you know what? Forgive fast, love deeply, and you know you'll be grateful that you've done that, because there's no room for BS or for drama, and we're all here to support one another. And until next time, thank you guys so much. And I wish I could sing, but I can't. Well, I can when Julia's singing. You good? Thank you guys so much. You know where to find us. We'll talk to you guys soon. We'll see you next week. Same place,
Bye.
same channel. See ya.
Bye.
Where's the music?
It's right here.
No, where's the music? Cueing our
Where's the light?
production.
I'm dying.
Here we go.
Here we go again with the 8 minutes.